Yes! All right, welcome back to Revive the Drive. And again, this is the Money Pit Porsche that we found abandoned in a garage here in the great state of Minnesota. Now it is getting colder, it is getting darker, so you're probably gonna see less work here, more in the basement, and that's where we'll be at today. So we are still waiting on the case to be machined. I got some updates on that this week, so hopefully we should be seeing that back so we can finally start actually assembling the engine. It's been on pause for a while, so we've been tackling these other projects. So again, the next one, since the CIS system took a crapper, we're gonna be diving in to the 915 transmission, or transaxle. So we're gonna be diving into the 915 transaxle. If y'all remember, this car did not come with a transmission. It had most of the other pieces, except the transmission. So I bought the transmission off of eBay. So honestly, based on how this car has all gone, the fact that I bought it from somewhere else probably means it's gonna be okay. So we're gonna dive into that today, disassemble it, clean it up, and see where we're at. And if we want to get this to drive 20,000 miles down the Pan America highway, not only does the engine have to be just sweet as butter, but so does the transaxle. Damn, that is a hard word to say when you're on camera. And hopefully enough of you find this content fairly amusing, start to follow, and then we can actually start donating to Galgos Del Sol. That'd be awesome. So Porsches have engines in the rear. So here's your tire, engine's back here. And the 915 is a transaxle. So that means that the transmission is basically part of the axle. So that transmission sits right there, right in the middle. And as that transmission spins, these babies are connected right to it and get it moving. So engine's great, we gotta get that going, but we gotta make sure the transmission can get us there. I don't know how that's gonna be linked to other stuff, but we'll see. So Porsche introduced the 915 transaxle in 1969, and that was the standard all the way through late 80s up until the G50 came along. And so, yeah, just like the engine, there were improvements along the way, but this was supposed to be the end-all be-all takeover for its predecessor, the 901. So with Porsche putting a lot of emphasis into the 911 and wanting that to be very much performance driven, that's where the 915 came in. How can we improve the handling, the feeling of that 901 and make it better? And cha-ching, 915 came along. So what were some of these big, great improvements? Well, one, let's add a fifth gear. 901 had 4, let's add 1 more. And with having 5 gears, they made those gear ratios smaller. And so that was tighter shifts, more power through the range. Again, performance driven, that's what it's all about. And another piece of it was lighter. So they had the nice magnesium case, which, you know, all the issues with the engine. You know, transmission had some similar ones, which then they finally shifted to aluminum again in the 80s. But again, lightweight, performance, speed, keeping that 911 pedigree top notch. And the other piece of it that made it pretty damn cool for its time was its synchro mesh system, which when I start tearing this apart, I'll tell you all about that. But basically the effort was, how can we make this shifting smoother? How can we go from first, second, third, fourth, fifth, like butter? But as you'll read through all of the 915 threads, parts wear down. And what used to be creamy, now it's a little clunky. So hopefully we are on the side where ours is not too bad and just a few wear parts need to be replaced, but let's find out where we're at. Welcome to this old basement, where I fix a Porsche in a shitty basement. I wasn't planning on working on the transmission tonight, but I was down here doing a little bit of work. And you know when you kind of like start to itch a scratch or a scab and you kind of like, let me pick at that a little bit more. That's what happened here. curiosity killed the cat. I first took off the bracket. They're like, well, let's do this, and here we are. So yeah, I'm videotaping, even though I just wanted to work on this in peace, but gotta make content. I'm legit impressed with myself that I actually checked for oil. I'm surprised I did not just start taking off the bolts, not even thinking. So it was full of oil. So I don't know if that's good or not. So these are all 8mm nuts. I think it's a 13mm socket to get them all off. So yeah, let's start disassembling. Oh, yep, a reverse pin. That's, all right, there's a reverse pin in there. Be careful about that. All right. Just like the engine, this thing is just goosed in grease and oil and just dirt. Like, why can't it just be like slightly clean for once? I know I'm supposed to go get a rubber mallet, which I will go get, but the stupid side of me wants to see if I can just, pull this thing off. Those are the intrusive thoughts, where the engineer is like, no, you're not going to get that. You haven't been able to take a single one off so far, but yeah, let's try it. Oh, I'm so stupid sometimes. It's like, be right back. And we're back. Okay, so in Minnesota right now, even though it's fall and the leaves are changing, as you saw, it's unseasonably warm. Felt like a summer's eve out there, just.
Summer's Eve! Douche!
Super warm, super lovely, and yeah, I'm not looking forward to working this in the winter. That was 2 whiffs there. I so desperately want to just like put just like a little screwdriver in there, just a little, but I'm not. Oh, I think I'm getting somewhere. Hey, okay. Papa's out of shape. And he holds the hammer like a moron. Whew, okay. That hurts. All right, keep going here. Hey! Oh! Great success. Oh, there's also another thing I want to show y'all. So that spot right there. So that's the mechanical speedo, and on like all of these magnesium cases, these threads are broken. However, I've actually found on eBay for a good price one of these that still has a thread. Like every other one was like $800. 50 bucks. 50 bucks is all. Nah, I had to be patient. I've been looking at that thing for a long time. I'm starting to come up with some ideas on how to do this, but we got it coming. Okay, so first thing, looking at the dog teeth, all of them look surprisingly sharp. What I believe is the 3rd and 4th. Sorry, I'm just seeing something shiny. I'm like a raccoon. 3rd and 4th tiny bit rounded, but like still fairly sharp. I do want to compare it to some images. But first and second are looking good in there. So, and oddly, the synchros don't look bad at all. They look quite, you know, it's supposed to look like it's sandpaper. And when they start to get shiny, that's when, you know, your synchros are gone. So I'm a little miffed. I'm not ready to fully take this off. I actually need to get a socket for this guy right here. So I think that's 36. So I need to pick up a socket, and I want to clean up the table so I can have this well organized and well labeled to take apart. And also I just want to do a little bit of research. So I'm gonna be in a different outfit. No different than any other video, and it's gonna be another day. New day. Yeah, I would have been pissed at myself for not having an easy transition there, just like, oh, abruptly somewhere else. So, cue to tomorrow, Matt. Oh, I'm not gonna be able to snap that. Ooh. All right, the itch has been scratched, and taking a peek in, first few gears here, I have set the idler, the fifth, the reverse on there. Well, some of that's there. Most of it's looking really good. I am ecstatic, and go figure, the one item that didn't come with the car that I bought off eBay is the best item. So oil was looking, you know, oxidized, but not a lot of crap in it. The dog teeth so far are looking great. Even like the synchros in there, most of them are looking pretty good. We're gonna replace them since we're in there, but I think we have a win. I think we have a legit win that's gonna be a halfway decent rebuild. So let's disassemble the rest of this and see if our luck continues.
Yeah.
All right, that took a lot of whacking, and luckily we did not damage anything, but this whole piece, oh, come on, thought it was ready. Nice. All right, hell yeah. Awesome, and those aren't spinning. Yes, God, just win. Win, win. These are nice and tight. Oh, fuck yes, those are nice and tight. Hell yeah! All right, let's take a closer look at this. Let's see what we're looking at. Here we are in the belly of the beast. Again, first, second, third, fourth gear. And I wanna see if I can try to explain this a little bit better than other videos that I've seen on the internet. So I am grabbing the input shaft here. So right here, this That is coming from the engine. This one right here, not this one. This is your engine. Power coming from your engine. And you'll notice, I can hold this, first and second constantly spin when the engine's going. But your selector right here, that's not moving at all. So if I want to pop it into first, and there's little teeth in here, so this thing is connected, you can see there as I twist the actual power shaft that goes to, you can see the wheels, or pinion shaft rather, then it starts to move, but I can hold this, and that's what coasting looks like. So if I want to put the power from first or second into the pinion gear, I have to pull the lever into first, and now when I move this, you can see we're moving, we're going, because the little teeth on this guy right here have engaged with the teeth of first gear. And as I move it, we're back in neutral. I can coast, and then, there we go. And now that I'm in second gear, moving, that's going a little bit faster. So then, neutral, and then third, because now this gear is connecting to this one right here. And then fourth, this gear is now connected to that gear and going. How awesome is that? And there's your transmission. So cool. So cool. The synchros, you know, third is usually gets the most wear, but first and second aren't looking too bad. Fourth isn't looking too bad, but we're gonna replace them all, just give them brand new synchros, just so that this is running buttery smooth and we aren't grinding gears. So now we're gonna take off all these bolts. You know, that's gonna come off. That was borderline boring. Nothing happened. Like, I almost like need crap to go wrong to make these entertaining, but it all looks fine. Yeah. We'll order the wear parts tonight and clean her up tomorrow, and this time next week we'll probably have a fully built transmission. I do know winter is going to throw an interesting curveball once all the engine parts arrive. So stay tuned for that. But again, thank you all for watching. I appreciate you all. We'll see you later. Bye. I'm healthy, I swear.